what's shaking, boys and girls? Brad the Guitologist here. In this video, we're going to take a look at this. This is a Melonare MA-1 guitar amplifier, which has built-in Bluetooth, which could be pretty cool. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is another case of a company reaching out to me after they probably saw one of my other videos demonstrating something very similar from a different company. This amplifier, this MA-1 from Melonare, looks like it might actually be slightly superior even to the one I just reviewed recently. So let's check this thing out and see if my suspicions might be correct here, because in my estimation, this might actually take the top spot in terms of small, battery-powered, rechargeable, portable guitar amps that also contain Bluetooth capability. So here's what you get inside the box. You get what I'm assuming is a USB. Yes, USB to charge the unit. And it's nicely wrapped there. It's got kind of a cool little blue grill here, and it's got volume with the on and off switch on it. Is it charged, by the way? It is. A little light comes on there. I don't know if you can see it, but yes, it's on. We have a gain knob, a tone knob, just like the last amp that I showed. This also has a clean and overdrive selector, just like the last amp that I showed. But unlike that amp, this one goes one step further, and it has built-in effects. So this has reverb, and it has a tap here. What is this? This thing is loud. Dude, this thing is loud. Wait a minute. It does say it has drum volume, but why wasn't it working? Do I have to press this a certain way? What is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's a red LED. If I tap this and bring up the red LED, or if I tap this one rather, until the red LED comes on, that's the drum volume. So this is a multi-function control here. It does do the drum machine volume, and that's thank God too, because that was loud. I mean loud. It was actually, you know, when it hits a frequency too, where it kind of makes your teeth chatter. That's what it was doing to me. So yeah, very, very loud. But okay, so I'm getting the hang of it. So you press this if you want to change the volume. So this will do volume for, what does this say? Rhythm, drum volume, or reverb. So you get different rhythms. So if you go to green LED, you can change the rhythms. So let's go back to volume so you can hear it. Okay. So let's press it again. We'll go to green. Now we're going to be able to change the rhythms. So see how many rhythms we have. Little Latin thing there. That's cool. Like a samba or something. Like almost a reggae. That's very slow. Let's change the speed of it. I'm not sure how we speed that up. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but this thing has really good bass. I'm very surprised already. You know what? I want to turn this off for a second. This is a situation where I actually do want to look at the manual, because the little tap thing doesn't seem to be working as intuitively as I would have guessed. 30 rhythm patterns with adjustable volume, full range BPM control, allows quick triple tap tempo. Oh, you have to hit it 3 times. Okay, I was hitting it twice for most of those. Okay, let's get a rhythm going here. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There it is. Okay, so it's a triple tap. Red LED means drum volume, so we can turn that down. If we press this in and go to green, That should give us control, I would think, over the reverb volume. Or no, excuse me, the green is rhythm. And this is a stepped control, by the way. This thing is freaking cool. I already love it. How do you stop the rhythms? Oh, you hold the tap button. You hold the tap button for a second or so and that turns the rhythms off. Yeah, I'm already smitten with this thing. I knew when I saw the specs online and I looked at what this was, and I knew how much I liked the little amp that I've already shown on the channel recently, but this is the superior product for sure. This is the better of the two amps. It has the same ins and outs on the back here. So we have a 5-volt DC in for charging. We have headphones and we have an auxiliary input. I think in my last video, I said they were going to sell 1 million of those other ones. This is the one you need to buy. I hope you didn't already buy the other. If you did buy the other one, that's fine. That's a cool unit also. I gave the one that I had to my daughter who's using it like as a little Bluetooth and a little amplifier and stuff for her guitar playing. But this, I'm going to keep this one. This one's mine. Okay, this says at normal volume, the device provides about 6 to 7 hours of continuous playback. Now, my experience with the other one is I haven't even had to charge it yet. The charge that was put on it from the factory is the same charge that's been on it the entire time I've used it. And I've used the heck out of it already. And I would have thought that it would run down by now, but it didn't. And I would have to think that this is probably a pretty similarly sized lithium battery in here. Actually, let's go ahead and open this thing. Do I need to take the knobs off? Probably. If I was smart, I would demo this before I tried to disassemble it, because you never know when I might screw something up. But I think we'll be okay. All right. Yeah, we can get the knobs off. I really want to take a look at the battery more than anything. But also this will give us a chance to look at the little board that's in here. I don't know why it's taken so long for products like this to hit the market. This thing is genius. I love it. I wish I had one of these when I was a kid, man. Probably my mother wishes I had one of these too, because it's got a headphone jack and it's really small. You know what? I'm going to end up finding out I don't even have to do that, aren't I? There's a seam here. Wait a minute. I might not even have to take any of this off. You know, it's funny. Sometimes when you're making videos, like you're thinking of what you're doing, but you're also thinking, am I getting a good shot? Is the framing right?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
An African or European swallow?
So your mind gets kind of more scattered. It's definitely a different experience. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I also like the way that this one is actually slanted backwards. You can see it kind of leans backwards. So, you know, if it's sitting on a normal surface or table, it's kind of facing up at you naturally. I think that's superior as well. You know, in my last video too, I talked about how far along little devices like this have come. You know, not even including the Bluetooth aspect, but just the fact that, you know, those old Fender and Marshall amplifiers that we showed in the last video when I was talking about that other little amp, those ran on replaceable batteries, but this is a rechargeable. I mean, now, yes, you can get rechargeable 9 volts that recharge, but they won't hold nearly the amp hours, so integrated batteries are usually superior. Here's our little speakers that we have. There's some decent looking little bass woofer speakers. Here's the lithium battery here. This is a pretty good size little battery, and it's replaceable. Look, it just you get another one and plug it right in here. You could even splice in your old wires if you can't find one with a plug like that. You've got a little Molex type connector here. I see really nothing wrong with this. Now, obviously, this is PCB stuff, and if it ever messes up, it is what it is. You can get in there and try to fix it if you want. You probably can fix it if you have some skill. This thing is so cheap to begin with. You know, it's not like you're going to be in this for hundreds. They do have some holes here where these could be screwed in, but they don't need it because the back of the amp has these plastic retainers that just butt right up against the speakers. I'm sure it saves them some money and time during assembly. So yeah, man, that's what we're looking at in here. We do see one little capacitor here, several other capacitors. All this is surface mount stuff in a very sleek package. This thing is well executed. This is a nice little product. This really is. And again, have I ever steered you wrong on any of this stuff? This is you know, like I said, I'm not going to guarantee it for the rest of your life. I'm not saying this thing will be around at the end of the world with the cockroaches or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's a good product. It's very, very useful. The Bluetooth function really sends it over the top. But the fact that it has a drum machine in it too, with 30 different preset rhythms, that's just insane. One thing real quick before I forget, I do want to try the Bluetooth capability. Okay, so it doesn't have an independent volume on here for your Bluetooth. They just expect you to control it on your phone. So they expect you, or other device. The strings in today's video are provided by D'Addario, the most consistent strings on planet Earth.
I can't get it to tune up right.
1931?
Yeah.
Gibson?
Dude, it's not bad. It's not the most high fidelity thing in the world, which I did not expect anyway, but it's not bad.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, dude, that's not bad at all. I would call that a resounding success. All right, let's plug a guitar into it. Okay, for the demo, we're going to use this little Fesley that I just demonstrated in another video. If you want to see that video, I'll put a link up here. All right, let's start out in clean. Yes, it's got reverb. You know what? The drum sound is actually pretty good on this. It's really good, in fact, for what it is. practicing. Something like this that just has a very simple drum machine built in that you can just practice to. You know, I've got something far more sophisticated than this if I really wanted to plug into it. You know, and I've shown it in some videos in the past, a little Boss E-band back there. It's got kind of full band demos that you can jam along to, but this right here is just really simple. It's bare bones, but it's something like this for you to practice along to, man, is gonna really take your playing to the next level. It'll make you a better musician. The reverb sounds good. It would be nice to be able to adjust the reverb, but I can't figure out how to do it. And manual is pretty useless in that regard, so I don't know if they just forgot to put the reverb control into this thing. Or yeah, I have to say I really like the addition of reverb on this one. I love the addition of the drum machine. There's so much more here, really, than the other one had. If you're looking for a stocking stuffer or something for your favorite guitar player, look no further than one of these right here. You need to pick one of these things up. Let me know down this in the comments what you think about this. Is this as good as the other one that I showed? I'll put a link down in the description, also in a pinned comment if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. Yeah, that'll do it for this one, and for now, we'll see y'all later.
Thank you.